occasionally up to 40 knots now, so the wind has picked up. It's difficult to steer and film at the same time. We have had gusts up to 40, and that's apparent with the day after. It's soon 2 o'clock and we got a time for PCR test. I hope we are not having COVID, and we have to stay very long on this anchorage. Entrance, very polite people meeting us at the jetty. Man with the bike left, and now we are just waiting here to be tested. So now you have to go into the Moon Woman, just sit down and... Yeah. Back to the boat without stopping at any bar or restaurants. It's sometimes cumbersome to get hold of things deep down in our storage lockers. So now Kerstin have to sort out a few things.
Back the
baking machine. After made some delicious bread.
Yes.
We just made a loaf of bread, but it's not very much left of it. It tastes delicious. Got our COVID test backs. We are negative. Now we can go ashore and do things. Great. Time for Saturday breakfast. We're going on a long trekking today, so we need some extra energy. So we will have egg and bacon on toast. And it's very convenient with the induction plate like this. We have inside we have a 2-burner, but then one outside also, because if you fry bacon and other things, it starts to smell quite a lot. You can see it's a little bit slippery here on the hob, and as it's the waves here, it's risk that it slips on your knees. So, but you can put a silicone pad under, and it's not as slippery as all, and it doesn't stop the induction heat from going into the pan. This is a little bit thick, you should have a thinner one, but that's the one we have available for this one burner. I sucks when it's come to frying egg. It's more looking like called scrambled eggs. It's a little bit tricky to fry egg because the frying pan is not level, so all the eggs ending up in one corner. So not the prettiest of eggs, but I can tell you they taste good. Put them on top of the bacon.
It's a nice job.
Yeah.
You can serve me.
You want me to serve you, darling? Of course, of course. Here's one of my very nice fried eggs there.
Okay.
I can take one fried egg myself there. Space to get the bacon. 2 for you and 4 for me. You know that men's require more energy than women. This will taste good. Some orange juice and a cup of tea and some toast with egg and bacon. Today we're going to a walk to the highest peak of Porto Santo. I don't know if the one we're seeing there or not. It's about 6.5 kilometers walk. We are anchored just outside the beach. We are the boat most to the right. The first part of the walk is a little bit boring along this long, and a little bit further up we're actually on the other side of the island now. Pico de Funchal. Darling, what's your pulse?
149.
Ah, that's high.
Yeah.
Ah, it's a little bit steep here. Yeah, we take the break when we're at the top, I think. It's not far now. And quite a nice view from up here. Again, you see the harbor there, and over there is the peninsula we came around a few days ago when we came from Portimao. Now we are on the other side. It's very windy. You can see air starting up against the wind here. Very windy, but I think we make an effort. I will make a trial like that on the peak over there instead and see if it's a trail up there. If we have more luck with this peak.
Up on the hill.
up on the hill, see how far we get. So it was from there we came, we went down the road, and now we're on the way up to the other peak. Someone been kind enough to make a stair here. I don't think I made it for us, but interesting. There's sort of a picnic place here. It's beautiful up here. Really beautiful. Now, don't step wrong here, then you fall down quite a bit. You don't want to fall down here, because then probably we will not fall any more times. It will be the last time. I wish it was a bar that serves beer, but I will settle for a cup of coffee also. Got some pulse walking all the way. So I can strongly recommend these waist bags when you're hiking, because they actually have space for most things you need on a short hike. And I don't like backpacks so much because I get very warm on the back. And I got space for quite a few things. A sandwich, some carrots, an apple. Sandwich, homemade sandwich from our bread. We're making our baking machine. Very good. I've never seen those many lizards at the same time. I believe there is an alternative way down. We have now walked about 9 kilometers and reckon we have about 5-6 kilometers on our way back. 5 probably. Some other place for picnic.
Now it's time for a tea break.
Yes, it's a very beautiful spot, and from here we can see Kerpa. That's very important. Yes. Makes the tea taste a bit better. Plenty of stones to stumble on here, and at our age one has to be a little bit careful, because if we twist an ankle or so, it takes such a long time for it to heal. I think that's one of the main drawbacks getting old, is that it takes a long time for some things to heal. When you were young, you were just home a few days and then we're up and running again. But now at our age, we're talking weeks and months for some minor injuries to heal. Now we're down in the village. I think we're approaching the beach or waterfront now. Now we're sitting here at this nice restaurant at the seaside. Really nice. Listening to the waves and cold beer. Nice, darling. And again, I can't help but feeling happy when I hear the waves towards the beach like this. Ah, home sweet home. Nice to be back. What do you say?
Yeah, but it was a nice walk.
Nice walk, yes, very nice walk.
I liked it.
We need to take a rapid test to go to the next island, Madeira.
Now, it's time for Paul to do the test.
Now after the test we are strolling around in this breezy day, and it is a very long beach. Quite gloomy day today. And I don't want that long sheet all the time, so I just splice it with a soft shackle. But we're doing a relatively good speed, and we only got 42 nautical miles to go roughly. So in the late afternoon, early evening, we will be in Funchal. We have a strange noise aboard, something that is, I don't know, moving there. We can't identify what it's coming from. There. Trying to identify if something in the engine room that is moving around. Yeah, it's still a mystery, but it might be a wrench or something that I've forgotten. Some time to jibe. Then we're going to have the Genoa out on that boom that is already deployed as we did before we left. And I don't know if you can see the splice on the Genoa sheet there. So think the wind has picked up a bit. Now sailing with the cutter jib, 7 knots. Time to take down the other balloon boat. Time to adjust the sheeting point for upwind sailing. This is how we control the other car.
It goes.
So it just finds it relatively quick and easy. Relatively strong wind now. A bit exciting now with the new standing rig, and see that everything holding up now with the strong wind. We have constantly close to 30, sometimes up 35 apparent wind. Ooh, look, making 19 knots in this. Doing 8 knots, and the wind is 32 on the wind instruments, and that's apparent. Occasionally up to 40 knots now, so the wind has picked up. Difficult to steer and film at the same time. We have had gusts up to 40, and that's apparent with the, I think it is just a few miles to go. Oh, we are a little bit weather helm. And sometimes the wind picks up even worse now. We had a real gust here coming. Finally, it's less wind now. And when we came in behind the peninsula, waves are going down and the wind has now eased substantially. So actually we need more wind. One is never happy, but prefer this way than the other way. Okay, darling. Now we're safely in harbor. We're moored outside traditional Portuguese boat here.
Because it was so windy.
Yeah, we were afraid it should be very windy and a lot of waves, but as long as we come around the, what you don't call it peninsula, the Cape, it became much calmer.
Yes.
So in here it's quite calm. But I think it's a little bit swing coming in and swell, but it's...
You can live with that.
We can live with that. We're just happy to be in moored up now. Now we're just waiting for the police to say that we can go ashore. So we're sitting here enjoying a beer.
Yes. Squad.